I never thought I'd see the day where jealousy would turn into something real, something that cut straight through the life I thought I knew. It started with a text. I remember the way my phone lit up that night. The message simple, casual, almost innocent. "Hey, are you okay with him coming over later?" I froze, thumb hovering over the screen, heart thudding like it wanted to escape my chest. I laughed nervously at first. Me? Jealous? That was a joke. We'd always joked about it. Teased each other when one of us lingered a little too long on someone else. But this didn't feel like a joke. At first, I tried to convince myself it was nothing. She was late getting home from work. Said it was traffic. I tried not to notice the way her laugh seemed different on the phone. Lighter, forced maybe, like she was hiding something just under the surface. I brushed it off as paranoia, and I even mocked myself for it later. "You're imagining things," I told myself. "You're letting your insecurities take over." But the knot in my stomach didn't loosen. It started with small things. Missed calls that she didn't return. Her phone always face down on the counter. A new password she refused to share. Little excuses piled up. I forgot to mention, "It's nothing, don't worry. You're reading too much into it." And I did. I read too much into it. I scrutinized every laugh, every glance at her screen when she thought I wasn't looking. My mind, once confident and trusting, began to twist. I questioned myself before I even questioned her. Then came the first undeniable sign. I found it tucked between receipts on the kitchen table. A small, folded note. Her handwriting, but the words weren't for me. They were intimate, teasing, personal. Words that belonged to someone else entirely. My chest tightened. I swallowed hard. My first instinct was denial. Maybe it was a joke. Maybe it was nothing. But even as I tried to convince myself, my hands shook. I started noticing things I had never seen before. The way she leaned into his voice during calls. How she lingered over messages when I walked in. How the scent of her perfume seemed different, foreign. I hated the way my own love turned into suspicion. But there was no ignoring the evidence my heart and eyes were gathering. Every memory we shared. The quiet Sunday mornings, the late-night talks, even the silly arguments, now felt fragile, like they could be dismantled with one careless word. I tried confronting her, softly at first. "Is something going on?" I asked one evening, voice low, careful. She looked at me with a smile I didn't recognize, a practiced calm. "You're imagining things," she said, and I wanted so badly to believe her. But the seed of doubt had taken root, and it didn't matter how convincingly she spoke. It was weeks before I had proof. I found her messages accidentally, left open on her laptop. There it was, every flirt, every stolen moment, every excuse neatly cataloged in texts and photos. I sat there, staring at the screen, feeling as if the floor had been pulled from under me. Anger surged, raw and unfiltered, and yet beneath it, an aching sadness I couldn't name. I loved her. I still did. And somehow, that love made it worse. The confrontation was inevitable. I remember the way the room felt too small, the air heavy with words we'd been too afraid to say. "Why?" I whispered, and I thought I might break in that moment. She avoided my eyes, tracing patterns on the table, unable or unwilling to meet the depth of my hurt. It just happened," she murmured, almost apologetically. Her voice sounded like mine might in a nightmare, familiar but wrong. I wanted to scream, to cry, to shake her until she felt what I felt, but I didn't. Instead, I stood there, letting it wash over me. In that moment, I realized love and trust are fragile, and betrayal doesn't always come with fireworks or shouting. It can come quietly in texts, in smiles, in little betrayals that chip away at everything. I let myself feel everything. The anger, the heartbreak, the disbelief. I let the tears fall, even when she didn't. And then I made the decision that would save me in the long run. I walked away, not with rage, not with revenge. I walked away with my dignity intact, with the knowledge that love cannot exist where trust has been shattered. She tried to reach for me, words spilling, excuses spilling, but I didn't turn back. The hardest part wasn't leaving her. It was leaving the life I thought we had built, leaving the dream that turned out to be someone else's illusion. In the weeks that followed, I replayed every memory with new eyes. The small things that had once felt comforting now stung. The way her hand brushed mine, the way her laughter used to warm me. And yet, I learned to carry those memories without letting them consume me. I learned to rebuild slowly with care. I learned that heartbreak, though devastating, can teach us who we really are. I thought his jealousy was just a joke, a playful tease that we laughed over with wine and quiet smiles. I never imagined it would become a lens through which I saw betrayal, a lens that revealed the unthinkable. And in the aftermath, I discovered something I hadn't known before: the strength to walk away, the courage to love myself, and the quiet power of choosing a life free from deceit. Because sometimes the unthinkable doesn't just break you, it sets you free.